was so close on defense. We ended up having 3 with Anthony, Sua, and Antoine. They're great representatives for us. Obviously, Max and Cody on offense, and like great representatives for our program, not only on the field but off the field and in general. So we're excited to have those guys lead our team. As far as today, I thought it went well. We weren't perfect. That's why you do this. We had some substitution issues that on special teams that I think we can clean up. We had some substitution issues defensively we can clean up. We had a muff snap there that we haven't had all camp. So there was things for us to improve upon. But all in all, to be able to go out and run 100 plays today and do a lot of substituting, I thought was really good for us.
How does the offense react when you tell them that they have like a mandatory 3 and out?
They get a little frustrated, or when the defense they get a 3 and out, and I give the black shirts an automatic first down. So, but it's just part of it, and we discuss it with them going into it, so they know that we're going to work all these different scenarios. We're going to work punting and punt returns and 2-point plays and all sorts of stuff, kickoffs and kickoff returns. And so to do that, you have to give up a touchdown to get your kickoff return team back on the field. So we just do all that stuff.
And this was all first unit offense and defense versus scout team?
Yeah, well, first and seconds. Max Brown played quite a bit. A lot of our running backs played. We substituted a bunch on defense, which was really cool. So we'll see how all that plays out next week. Obviously, Arkansas State comes to town. That's a whole different animal when you're playing a different opponent, and they're gonna be ready to play. Like all opponents are gonna come to the Coliseum ready to play. So we've got to, like I told the team, in my opinion, we need to be even better next Saturday. We have to continue to improve. If we don't want to just be okay, we want to be great, and to do that, you have to keep working.
Will this year be a year where depth chart isn't that hard and set and fast?
Well, I think so. I think so, Dan. We're working on it. You guys will get that tomorrow. Tim and I were just discussing that. You'll get that tomorrow. There's probably going to be some oars on there, maybe more so than we've seen in a little while. But I think even beyond just 2 deep, I think you're going to see a lot of guys play, and that's encouraging for us.
You're speaking of running backs. Do you have like a rotation in mind, given that Justin's been injured and I think Ronald Jones hasn't been practicing much lately?
I think it goes without saying Trey's going to be the starter next Saturday. Hopefully we get Justin. I don't know that yet. Justin, is trying to get healthy again. It's an injury that is not going to last forever, but it is something that is going to bother him some, especially at running back. I think Dominic Davis has had a good camp. I think Ced Ware's had a good camp. So, and we can always utilize Soma there, so we'll be okay.
Last week, Ronald Jones had a couple instances where he wasn't able to finish practices because you said he wasn't feeling well. Is he better?
Yeah, he's back. He's good. When kids sign out of state like that, it's hard. There's moments of, geez, I refer to them as the I-5 eyes. They start looking at that highway like, man, maybe, I don't know. You work through it. I remember Dwayne Jarrett. I remember Lindell White. I remember guys going through it. Ronald's doing great again and feeling good, and he played a really good scrimmage today.
So that more kind of maybe a homesick issue as opposed to physically.
Exactly.
Right.
Do you know who your place kicker is going to be for field goals at this point?
Yeah, I think Woody's going to be the kicker for field goals and kickoffs right now. That's not saying that Matt's not going to get some chances along the way, but Woody will be our kicker on the first time we go out.
Are there any walk-ons who got a scholarship during the camp?
We're going to discuss that in the next week, so hopefully we can get that nailed.
Is Chad Wheeler going to be available to play and or start?
I think he'll be ready to play. How much we play him is going to be the issue, Gary, and we haven't, like I said, we haven't nailed the starting unit yet. Toa's been doing a good job at left tackle for us, so and with Vianney back at guard, it makes it a little easier that way.
And Max Turk said that you guys used 6 or 7 guys basically with the first team. Do you like that idea, kind of moving forward and
I do.
using that many?
I think it helps our tempo. We can play faster. We can really speed it up, and those guys feel fresh. They're not saving themselves.
How are you doing? The further we get away from last Saturday,
I like being back to football. And focusing on football and being with my team. Like I said the other day when we met, I wish it was perfect. I'm not, but I love being the coach at USC, and I'm doing everything I can to make this football team be the most successful football team it can be in 2015.
Have you changed anything as far as delegating responsibilities since this happened?
I was waiting for you guys to ask this. It wasn't since this happened. This has been going on since spring. Clay is going to assume more of the play calling responsibilities. I'm still going to have input, especially in the third down and red zone scenarios. But I also want to focus on being a really good head coach, and I want to be with our defense, and I want to celebrate with Adoree when he gets an interception and not have to go right back and look at my call sheet. So Clay's going to assume more of it. We've been working this tandemly since spring ball. He did a great job today. So this hasn't just been something we just, hey, here it is. It's been something we've been working on.
Was that a difficult decision for you to make to let go that way? Or?
A little. I love calling plays. It's why I do what I do, and that's how I got into this profession and worked my way through it. But that being said, I want to be a great head coach, and I don't want to, set offensive records and finish 8-5 or 9-4. I want to win 13 games and 14 games, and to do that, I think me being in defensive meetings, me being at every special teams meeting, me really understanding the nuances of those things is critical to our success, and so that's what we've been working on.
Was that your own idea to kind of start to change things in spring?
I brought it up to the staff, a couple different times. What do you guys think? And kick it around. And like I said, at the end of every year, you self-analyze, and I look at myself first. I look at our offense. I look at our defense. And, I just felt like we'll be a better team for it. And time will tell, obviously.
So is he actually calling the play and then you can veto it on the headset?
Not really how we did the Pete Carroll thing, but no, he's going to call the base game plan. He's going to call plays. I'm going to chime in when I really want something. It'll be different because I have such a different grasp of the offense, Scott. So there might be a red zone, and I'll say, hey, I got it. Let me go with this one. And that's not really new. There's staffs that do it that way. We just haven't, so we had to work it, and it's been good for us.
And you'll have the call sheet still?
Yes. I might not be staring at it the whole time, though. We might be on offense, and I might have to go over with the defense and make adjustments. And I think that, like I said, that's going to make us a better team.
Is Clay down on the sideline during the game?
Yeah, Clay's come down, and T. Martin's going to go up.
And that was the opposite last year?
Last year, yes.
Okay.
Does that kind of give you do you feel like even today almost freed up a little bit by that? Is it like,
I was able to talk to officials more. I was able to, like I said, Iman Marshall, not just yell at him, but actually talk to him. Iman Marshall got an interception today, and I was able to run down and celebrate with him and not have to pull out my call sheet. Okay, what were we just talking about? And I can be with Justin on the headset a little bit more and give him, hey, let's heat him up here, or let's, so-and-so looks like he's struggling over at corner. Can we sub him? Things of that nature. I think that dialogue will be a lot better.
Did any of that have to do with how you're wearing headsets more during training camp?
Yeah, we did that in spring too, if you remember. We've been wearing headsets, and so we've just been trying to work that dialogue. And I don't want to, the one thing as a play caller you don't want is somebody jumping in the middle of it. So if I'm going to chime in, it's got to happen. I can't do it in the middle, and he needs to know we're going to go for it on fourth down. He needs to know if you get 5, we're going to go for it. If you get sacked, we're punting. So those are the little things that I want to give him that information, but I don't want to be interjecting all the time. It's hard to get a rhythm that way.
How different will it change halftime for you now?
Well, I think the same stuff. I just think I could spend more time on the grand scheme of things and not just one aspect of our team.
What about safety? There's been a lot of guys.
Yeah, we rotated them a bunch today. They all look pretty good to me. Achilles obviously out, but the rest of them all played well, and they're all going to play Saturday. Alrighty, guys. Thank you.